Hi guys, so my project is on the Siberian Husky. The Siberian Huskies are originating from Siberia, Russia, obviously. They were bred for cold climates. They are a working dog. They were introduced to Alaska around 1904 as sled pulling dogs for racing, but they were originally bred as hunting dogs. Males stand at about 21 to 24 inches in weight, and they weigh around 40 to 65 pounds as a healthy husky. Females are a little bit smaller. They're about 18 to 20 inches, and they weigh around 35 to 50 pounds. The lifespan of a husky is about 12 to 15 years. That's my baby right there. As far as housing, they are independent animals. They are said to have a cat-like personality. However, when they are in groups, they tend to act more dog-like, I guess. They are difficult to train just by one. Like I mentioned, they are easier in groups. When you're training one of them, they kind of pick up off each other. It's a little bit easier to train them. They are high energy dogs, so they do require a high quality dog food. Protein is very, very important. When they are used as sled pulling dogs, when they're in their high working season, their protein amount is supposed to be around 32%. When they aren't working and it's just around the house exercise, their protein percent, I believe, is around 28%. Huskies are sensitive to foods, but like we're taught in class, it's not for sure unless you get blood tests. However, it's very common for huskies to have a sensitivity to protein and corn. They also have a zinc deficiency problem. So zinc supplements do help with hair loss and skin lesions. As you can see, my husky did have an issue with food that he was eating, wound up changing his diet and everything was fine, but he did wind up pulling out his fur like rapidly, like a psycho. As far as grooming, huskies that are native to California are shedding year-round because there isn't really a set temperature. Our winters really aren't winters to them because they're able to withstand about negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit. But when they're here in California, they should be brushed about every other day. You could probably pick off a whole other dog when you're grooming them. You use those little Furminator coats removals, the brushes that have the little thin metal bristles. They usually help, but it helps them keep cool during summer months because they do have that thick undercoat. Very intelligent, high energy working dogs. They need to have exercise every day. They need to be active. They are not meant to be laying around the house like little lap dogs. They will destroy everything you have. Toys that stimulate their brain function, as far as like treat finders, the toys that make little noises in them, are very helpful for them. The lack of stimulation and exercise can lead to mischief, such as this one is my dog. I came home from work and he had dug a hole to the neighbor's yard. That's him destroying a toy that I bought him in 5 minutes. And then that was him on my bed when he wasn't supposed to be. As far as behavior, when you're training a husky, you must be consistent and firm in how you're training them. You can't give any leeway and let them feel that they're in control, because once they feel that, they will go ahead and walk all over you. But as far as commands, they're very good at picking up. As long as you're consistent and your commands are the same tone and the same repetition, they will pick it up very quick. Like I mentioned earlier, when they're in packs, it's very easier to train them all together because they pick up off of each other. Huskies don't really bark. They more so scream or howl. Very, very stubborn animals. Very prideful. That's why you must be very strict and not mean to your husky, but what is the word that I'm looking for? I'll come back to it. But they are escape artists. They will make sure when you get a husky, you have your gate secured, a little chain link, chicken wire, something. If you see a little opening like that much, cover it because they will get out. Ailments, they are prone to hip and elbow dysplasia. It's pretty easy to see when they're puppies because their joints aren't really formed all of the way, but you can see that they kind of bend inward. It's very easy to see about elbow dysplasia. Huskies are prone to seizures. They have sensitivities to fleas, mosquitoes, grass, and pollen. And they have a condition called nasal solar dermatitis, which causes skin lesions around the nose and dryness. Overall, these are very intelligent dogs. If you're a runner, get a husky. If you're a high energy person, get a high energy dog. If you're not, don't get them. They make wonderful companions, but you do kind of need to be a little as crazy as they are, because they are a handful and they will test your sanity. But that is my project, and thank you for watching. Bye!